Hey everyone. If you work in event marketing, timings are always tight and pressures are looming and deadlines are looming. So you tend to do the same things every year with a bit of kind of twinkling new campaigns and elements in for your upcoming show. But what if you would, today just take a step back and think of how other industries deal with their customers and their campaigns. So I want to just share with you a few things you might want to consider and maybe adopt from our friends in subscription marketing. As I mentioned, there's always a deadline looming if you work in events. Our campaigns to attract visitors or delegates or sponsors usually take between 8 to 12 weeks, sometimes longer, shouldn't really be taking any less. Um, and these are key. And I'm not saying nothing else is happening over the course of the year, but the activity is mainly focused on these 12 important and crucial weeks. With, before and after, we have a few campaigns going out, but it's not really a big priority for marketing. That's very different in the subscription marketing team, where marketing first has the goal to bring in new subscribers for a B2B or B2C magazine, newspaper, membership. But then once someone has subscribed, marketing then kind of switches tact and gear and focuses on engaging subscribers to make sure they log in and read and consume the content on a regular basis, because not using the product means there's a high likelihood for them not to subscribe again and come back as a new customer in the year ahead. So let's just pretend, we would look at customers and treat customers, in this case visitors and delegates, the same way. And let's pretend marketing would also have a goal and a task to keep nurturing visitors also after the show through the entire year up until the next show. What would your campaigns look like? So here are kind of 3 tips from the subscription world. Number 1, building real relationships. While visitor targets will always be our main goal in events marketing, imagine you had another really important KPI to hit, and this was all around making sure that your customers or someone that has at any point in time attended a conference or an event has to engage with you on a regular basis over the course of the year. So what if there was a goal that every customer has to open, click, read something every week or 6 weeks or 2 months or every 3 weeks? So if your engagement was your objective and you were incentivized to deliver this, what would your campaigns look like? They would look probably quite differently to what they currently are. You might want to launch a customer focused email campaign and newsletter that would send your kind of loyal customers regular information about news, industry updates, and stories from your sector. You probably also will want to spend more time on understanding what drives your customers and have more interviews with them and really create very strong personas around their pain points, their challenges, and the jobs they have to do. And you will, I guess, also have dashboards in place to track on a regular basis, 365, how often your visitors and delegates engage with your product, and then have alerts in place in case this engagement drops. Number 2, make your budgets last the whole year. I know this sounds ridiculous because in events, budgets are always tight and they're always focused on these 12 weeks pre-event. But in subscription, you have to make your budget last for the year. I also know that they are usually bigger. But imagine 90% of your customers would come back anyway every year, and you only had to find the missing 10% to hit your goal. How would you spend your budget differently? I guess you would spend so much more on engaging your high quality customers 365 through high value content that you just create for them, retargeting them on LinkedIn, more focus on customer service. And I guess you would spend so much less on conversion campaigns and acquisition campaigns because you only need a few more people to hit your goal. And I guess you also might want to, no, these are the main points. And number 3, delivering value, not just transactions. if you're really honest with yourself, how many of your campaigns that you're sending out at the moment are not sales led, as in register now, book now, inquire about a stand? In events, our campaigns tend to always have a very salesy call to action. But what if you really wanted to add value to your customers and you can't really promote something all year round? What would your content be like? And your campaigns and your messaging be like if you can focus on value rather than just getting the conversion in? Because if your customers love your events, they'll come back anyway, no matter if you're sending them a weekly email, multiple emails per week to get them to book. So, in summary, I'm not saying change the way you do marketing, but just think around how can you really foster and building really good relationships with your visitors and delegates? How could you make your budgets last for longer by doing other things and spending it differently? And number three, delivering value and not just transactions. Thank you.